Small port of entry. People going from Phoenix and Tucson down to the Sea of Cortez. They're going to go down to Rocky Point. It's a lovely seaside village, small town. People love to go down there. It's closed now. You know why it's closed is because so many people, groups of 1,000 illegal aliens are coming to that port of entry. There's no way to process them. There's no way to get them to Ajo or the 3 Point Station or Casa Grande Station because that takes hours. So they closed that down. And so you can see now, sitting there, 1,000 individuals. Now, if you look closely, you won't find a single woman or a child in that 1,000. They're all men, ages 18 to 35, from multitudes of nations. So you say, what are we willing to do? Well, I'm going to offer a suggestion, a humble suggestion, and it is
I thought you might.
Yes, it is my suggestion, and it's this. This administration is lawless and has no desire to enforce the laws already in place.
That's right.
So what I would say is, how do you incentivize them? Do you incentivize them by allowing them to keep the FRA spending? Do you incentivize them when you say, okay, I tell you what, we're going to keep your Green New Deal subsidies, which you said would not cost more than $350 billion, which will now cost more than $2 trillion. Will you do anything if we don't stop funding the things you desire? And the answer is no. So what I would say is, we know that Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, and veterans benefits will continue on. Why not then identify we're going to pay for ICE, CBP, the air traffic controllers, TSA, the military men and women, and then say, that's it, Mr. Biden. That's all we're going to continue funding, because that's the basic minimum to make sure that Americans are safe. We refuse to do more spending and going, by the way, we're having to borrow significant portions of that. We refuse to keep borrowing money and go in debt so that future generations will go bankrupt themselves until you secure the border with demonstrable and measurable metrics. I want to give you one example. Yuma, Arizona. Yuma has one hospital, about 80,000 people there in Yuma. The emergency room is most days completely filled with illegal aliens. So the local people are going to have babies. The woman's ready to deliver. You know where she's going? She's driving 3 hours up to Phoenix or 3.5 hours over to San Diego. People with heart conditions that need procedures on an emergency basis. The same thing. They're getting air evac'd up to Phoenix or San Diego. Well, here's the deal. Under the last full year of Donald Trump as the president, do you know what they had? They had a total of 8,600 encounters. That's for a year. You know what they're doing on a week now? About 8,000 a week. That's under this administration. You think it's not a crisis? Go down there and talk to the planters who've had to literally plow under fields because these people come across, they go walking through the fields. These are sensitive fields. And why is that important? Because more than 90% of all green vegetables provided to this country during the winter months come out of Yuma, Arizona. It is a hazard to our food supply. This administration doesn't care if it's a hazard to food supply. They don't care if you've got 1,200 people going to die this year of fentanyl overdose in Portland, Oregon. They just don't care. And so they are not going to actually follow the law. So we have got to incentivize them. And if we do not have the courage to incentivize them, then why the hell did we come to Congress? I'll yield back to you.